No. Ring. All right, welcome to Mindset Monday tonight. I'm Jacqueline Roy, one of your superstar directors if you're on this, most likely. And I am from Piedmont, Oklahoma, which most of you guys know that, but some of you guys may not. We are adding a lot of new people over the last 3-4 weeks. So it's really exciting. I can feel like this movement coming. I think part of it's coming back from SFR, just the new buzz for SCENTSY, maybe the hyper growth 3.0 hopefully coming on. But I just feel like I'm excited again. It's been a long time since I've been this excited, and I'm excited again. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to see what's going to happen this fall. And I'm really excited for tonight because we have two incredible speakers. So Denise and Becky. Denise is in Texas and Becky is in Canada. And they are
Hey, Jacqueline, were you recording?
Yes, I better be. Did
No,
I?
I don't see it. I don't know.
Oh no.
Yes,
you
it's been
are.
on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I saw it. You are.
Okay, good. Oh, yes, it says stop recording, so I should be. Okay, hopefully. But you know what, Delinda? Always unmute and check because I've done that before where I didn't record. So our two speakers tonight, Denise and Becky. Becky's Canada, Denise is Texas, like I said. When I think of parties, I think of both of them. Denise is and I'm gonna let them share a lot about the topic, but Denise is a rock star. She rocks home parties. That's how her business was really founded. And she has earned so many trips. She's earned so many awards. She's a big leader in SCENTSY. And I would say that a big part of it is just because she started her business doing home parties. And then Becky rocks a good bag party. I mean, she earns annual sales most years. I mean, she can tell you how many years she's earned annual sales. And the majority of her parties that she inputs is bag parties. So I'm going to let them jump on. Whoever wants to go first, y'all can thumb wrestle virtually, whoever wants to go first, but I'm gonna let them share first and then y'all ask questions in the chat. I may chime in and ask questions. And then I also told them that Tiffany Lewis is on tonight. She just did a home party on Friday. Very exciting. So you guys feel free, Becky, Denise, this is going to be y'all's call to ask Tiffany if she wants some questions or grill her, or, we may go over and we may have to stop, but you guys have the floor.
I have a home party this Friday and Sunday.
It
wasn't last. Yeah, it's this weekend, but I have two this weekend. So
that's so exciting. I almost texted you Friday and was like, good luck at your party tonight.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I have done quite a few home parties, but yes, you ladies take the stage.
Okay, so Denise or Becky, I'm gonna mute myself. You guys have at it.
I'll start.
You want to go first? Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay, sounds good.
Hi, ladies. Look at all those happy faces out there. What an awesome thing that we're all part of here, isn't it? Ooh, it just gives me goosebumps every time I get on here and see everybody. Yes, I just had my 12-year anniversary a couple weeks ago. And just, SCENTSY is just my life, saved my life. And I did start this business with parties because to me, having home parties, basket parties, any kind of parties, sip and sniff, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to do it, is the core of what we do. When I look back and look at my business and remind myself my superstar director, if you want something different, you have to do something different, which she encourages us all the time. I've been sitting here and there's lots of things I can do different, but the core thing that I have to do that I encourage all of you to do is parties. I mean, that's where you're going to get your referrals. That's where you're going to get new customers. That's where you're going to get your recruits. That's where you're going to get new customers. It just goes on and on and on. So when I sit and look at my picture of a whole and what I'm doing and how I'm going to change things, that's one thing. I might change the details, but I'm going to continue to do home parties. It's the key to it. I think a big part of it was COVID. People started doing them. We got to get people to ramp up doing them. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, though. Ladies, you got to make them fun. You got to make parties, sip and sniffs, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it. You got to make them fun. First of all, you have to break that. People say, oh, I don't want to go to that Tupperware party, to that Pamper Chef party, to that SCENTSY party. So give them something that's totally different than they've ever had. And you might say, oh, that's not really me. Okay, it needs to be you, and you need to be creative, and you need to make it fun, because you will be able to repeat back to that person, and you'll be able to get more hostess. Okay. So you got to make it fun. You have got to make it that they want to come and they want to bring their friends. So I'm going to kind of start at the beginning. Number one, when I tell the hostess to invite people, I tell them two things, and you guys are going to say, that's so corny. Let me carry through and tell you why. I tell people, you bring a friend, you get a gift. I said a gift. I didn't say a little corny prize. I said a gift. You bring a friend, because I may only get 5 or 10 people there, but if they bring a friend, I've doubled the attendance. Give a gift for bringing a friend. Okay? Get a gift for wearing purple. And I know y'all think, oh, you've been invited to that, and that's so corny. I make it so worth their while, because people are going to forget. They're not going to wear purple, and they don't want to bother bringing a friend. So those that do, I get little, I'm sorry, I don't have it here, purple drawstring bags, nothing fancy, because everybody knows I'm not the crafty, artsy person. I'm just not. And I put in there some awesome things. I put in there SCENTSY things and non-SCENTSY things. I put, my favorite thing is I put mask in there. I put the gold eye puffy things under your eyes. I put hand sanitizers. I put all these little gifts. And then I make sure I have in there car bars, twist. I don't use scent circles, to be honest with you, because I think it's a bad advertisement for our company. That's just me. That's just me. I got to step it up and give them a car bar. I got to give them a twist, a bar of wax, cotton cleanups. Could be several things. So they're walking in, and I make a huge deal out of it when somebody comes in with a friend or they're wearing purple. And guess what I do? I show everybody what they're getting. So I say, look here, everybody, look what she got. She got a car bar. And let me tell you about the car bar. So and I'm doing this before I ever even start the party. They're coming in, I'm showing people, I'm having fun, because I want to show them the product before they ever have a chance to look at the catalog, start sipping or smelling testers. I want them to be excited, and they're going to go, look what she got. Look what she got. I have people say that to me all the time. So they're getting rewarded for wearing purple, and they're getting rewarded for bringing a friend. So I already have set the pace in a very positive tone. All right, number 2, y'all are going to laugh at this. You got to make the place smell good. Number 1 priority. I don't care if you're meeting at a restaurant, use your new SCENTSY Go. I don't care where you're meeting, in a room, at somebody's job, wherever, make that freaking place smell good. When you walk into that home, I don't care. Yeah, if she's got all her warmers on, everything smelling good. She says, oh, I put my wax in 2 or 3 days ago. Cotton cleanups, here I come. I put fresh wax everywhere. So when those people, I room spray the front entry hall. I promise you, I room spray the bathroom, because I want them to feel that smell and get into the groove right when they walk in. That is a very, very important thing when you are trying to sell a home fragrance business. Okay. And sometimes we get so busy and we're setting up and we're so worried about, do I have enough product to set out? Do I have this? And you forget about making the house smell good. Quite honestly, your house should smell amazing. People should say to you when they walk into your house smells amazing. I have SCENTSY on my front porch. I have SCENTSY on my back porch. People come to the front door and I hear them through my Ring doorbell. They said, could it be smelling like SCENTSY out here on the front porch? Is it oozing out through the door? Well, the joke of it is there's warmers out in the front porch, but still they're in the mood to say, Denise, what do you got in that house that smells good? So you want them to come to that party and be thinking about nothing but, dang, it smells good in here. Dang, it smells good. Fine, they can get to the food, they can get to the wine, but you want them to be embraced in that. Okay. I know things no brainer, but it's really important. All right. Don't take a truckload. I was so guilty of this for so long. I would take so much stuff because I feel like they needed to see everything. If you make doing a party difficult, nobody's going to want to do it. Nobody's going to want to host a party. Nobody's going to want to join your team. Is that you have got to make it simple. Of course, to me, your key thing are your testers. You should have a warmer so they can see what it looks like. I try to have one of each product, but sometimes I don't. Okay. With transition this month, it's not going to be possible to have one of everything. It's just not going to be. So you're going to pull your key things. More than anything, the warmer, people just want to see that it's of quality, that it's made of quality. And if they're sensing the product, right? So we're just showing new things and we're making sure they know all those scents. Okay, one thing that I use, this is old, although this is a new one. I can put it up on Mindset Monday. But this is something I was taught. These like it, love it sheets. Okay. These are a must. I don't care if you're doing where you're doing this. Get all your new scents on there. Let them walk around with this, and because they get overwhelmed when they sit down to do your smell your scents, they're like, oh, I'll just take these 3. Oh no, here, I just know that. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna tell you, I don't sell anything but 6-packs, straight up. I upsell everything. If you're gonna buy SCENTSY, you're gonna buy a 6-pack because it's the cheapest way to buy the bars. So you want them filling this out, and then you're gonna go through and circuit at least a 6-pack from them, okay? And at the same time they're doing this, guess what else? A wish list. Everybody needs a wish list. I don't use anything fancy. Piece of paper says wish list, and have them write out as they're going through that catalog, their wish list. And I'm going to tell you how I use that at the very end. Okay, so I got everybody there. They're eating and drinking. Be flexible with the people that are here. And I really thought about this last night, and I don't want to step on any toes. Don't anybody take this wrong. Okay, I'm a 67-year-old woman. If I walk into a party and it's all young mothers with young kids that just put their kids in school this week, and they're all chattering about the teachers and I have to be sensitive to that group of people. I have to be sensitive to who I'm around. If I go, and this is extreme, if I go to the nursing home and I do a little party in their dining room, I have to be sensitive to who I'm with. You, as the leader, as the hostess of the party, the consultant, you have got to be sensitive to who you're in front of. I could tell you, I'm not going to, but I could tell you some stories. I did some parties in 1-2-room apartments where we were sitting on top of each other. Guess what? We had to make it work. We had to make it work, and people had so much fun. And they knew because I was flexible and made it work, they were going to have fun, and they were going to smell the scents, they were going to eat, they were going to drink, etc. So I got my like it and love it sheet. I'm showing some of the products. Now, Jack, I don't know if you're going to post it, but Jack does a catalog game, and I learned it from Jack, and I use it, and I can't wait for her new one to come out because I don't do all that dirty work because I don't like doing that. But the catalog walkthrough, I love using that. That gets people so engaged in the catalog, I'm telling you. And she can explain that if she wants, because she can do it better than I can. But basically, you walk, it's a little game you play where you point out stuff in the catalog, and people love it and they gauge it. Make sure you have some sticky notes sitting around. Don't hand people sticky notes, just have some sitting around. And you just put it in the catalog so that they tag things they want to go back and look at. I don't play a lot of games other than that. That's the only game I play. I'm keeping my parties to 2 hours, 2.5 hours the most, because people aren't going to stick around if you do. So you want to get through them, give the highlights, show them what you have, give them plenty of time to sniff, sip, sniff, whatever they choose to do. Okay. When they check out, now I check people out. This is a system that I kind of use. When people say, oh, I have my order I make sure I'm sitting somewhere away from the group, and I sit with their order form and I go through it, and then I say, and where is your wish list? So we go through and we're going putting everything on there, and whatever's left on that wish list that they can't afford, which is a real reality right now. Hey, look, why don't you have one of these at your house, and we'll get the rest of the stuff for you for your half price. Okay, it works, ladies. It works because people are engaged in the moment, engaged in the sense, engaged in what they want. And so they're saying, okay, that sounds good. And you know what? And if you book a party with me tonight, I'll give you this. I tell that announcement to the group as well. I give gifts for people booking parties that night. They give me their name, their phone number, and a rough estimate of the date. I give them a prize also. Okay, because I got them rolling. They're having fun. They're engaged. If they give you their phone number and go away and you call them later, you may not get them as excited, right? So right then at the moment when they got all those things on their wish list, you get them engaged to have a party for you. I ask for the parties. I people that I nestle, you have to read the crowd. And I think Jacqueline did a parties training on this one time. It's like you have to read your customers. Like if you've got somebody that is so into this, it's answering all the questions and really talking, scope those people out for who could be your next potential consultants. No, you don't want to screen anybody out. You don't want to at all. But you can tell when somebody's really engaged, right? Make it a known fact, how much they're going to get for selling this much or having this many orders. Don't make it a secretive thing. Tell them this hostess, if we get $500 tonight, this is what she's going to get, 9 times out of 10 people are coming to the parties because they really want to help out the hostess, right? Yeah, they need SCENTSY, but they really want to help out the hostess as well. So tell them what the gifts are. Tell them what they're going to get. Give them your added special. And everything I'm talking about giving, I've gotten is free or half price, but mostly free. Okay. This isn't costing me anything except the little things I get, the Amazon little things, the mask and all that good stuff that Amy's taught me about to get from Amazon. I get all that stuff from there. I don't make anything cute. Let's keep going. I don't make anything cute or doesn't say anything cute. It just says, hi, thank you. You wore purple. Here you go. So, okay. So that is my party. I personally think I'm a bomb at parties. And I hate to say that and I hate to be so proud, but I love how I do parties and people love my parties. And you want people to feel that passionate about you because you want people to say, hey, come to my house. And my pet peeve, don't be all wore out and exhausted, even though we might be after 2.5 hours. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm ready to go home. Okay, who's going to want to do what you're doing? Who's going to want to be a consultant like you if you act like that? I mean, honestly, really, we got to talk about our job. I don't have to be fake. It's real for me. I love it. It's my passion. I love it. And so if I talk about working or what I'm doing, I love it. So if somebody else wants to be, man, I want to do what she's doing. How can she be that old and still be having fun doing something? I mean, seriously. So show it, glow it, be flexible, give your prizes and make that room or house smell so good. And if you're at a restaurant, believe me, I've heard several people talk about that. Patty's talked about that a lot. Take your SCENTSY Go, put it on that dang table and make it all around fragrance wherever you're doing it, because that is truly what it's about. That's what we're selling and that's what people got to get engaged in. That's all I have. Thank you.
Oh,
Any
that was
questions?
so good. I took so many notes, and I'm sure a lot of people did too. I was just
Thanks.
scrolling the questions. Somebody did ask something.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't watching.
No.
I can't do both.
Who was it and where was it?
Let me see.
Oh, do you sell products at the parties or just always on your link or in bulk?
No, I don't sell products at parties. I totally take orders. Now I have different events, my out with the old, in with the new home party that I'm having in a couple weeks where I sell products. Absolutely. But at home parties, when I go to somebody's house, I do just orders because I'm trying to get those host rewards for the hostess.
Perfect. If anybody has any questions at any time, feel free to drop them in the comments, but we'll also have a question period at the end if there is more. And we'll be sure to touch on this question for Sarah at the end as well. Just gonna
Okay.
make a note. Oh, with the old. Okay. So my name is Becky Tammin. I am from Canada, specifically Saskatchewan, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I have been with SCENTSY for just And honestly, it was a really, is my internet okay?
It's,
It's unstable,
yeah.
a little slow. Stop me if you let me look to see if I can make it better. I'm just gonna phone. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good, Becky. Get it figured out. You're worth the wait. And I was going to add to Denise's thing with home parties. If you now you know how to make them fun, make sure you keep it simple. Like she said, that's the biggest tip I can add why Becky's getting it figured out. Because I had a lady come and do a makeup party at my house, and it took her like 2 hours to set up, you guys. And she brought in like 3 truckloads. I don't know how she loaded it all in a Prius, but she did. But after that, I thought there is no way ever would I ever want to sell this kind of for this company because it took her so long to set up. So I'll add that advice. Also, if you've never done a home party or you've never done a party, you don't have any parties booked, just ask. Just ask. I'm going to post the catalog walkthrough game, but I'm also going to post a couple different verbiage examples for you guys to text out and try to get parties. So feel free to use. I'm going to post all that on Mindset. I'm actually going to post it while Becky is talking, that way I don't forget. So if you're don't know what to ask, I'm going to give you verbiage. So just use it. Get the parties. Are you up and running, Becky?
Jacqueline, accept me into the party. I'm gonna zoom in off my phone.
Done.
I have to piggyback off of Jack's story. I had a Lorraine Lee party at my house, and we had a very, very, very tiny house at the beach. This woman brought like the racks that you see in the store and put them in my living room and had all this bedding, like my entire living room. There's hardly any place to sit. And then at the end, she's like, would you ever want to join Lorraine Lee? I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, I had just had back surgery, so all I could think was trying to get all this back in the car and then unpack it once no. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Don't even.
Yeah. And I think once
Say
you
if
have,
it's more than 2 bags, it's too much. They
yeah.
used to say that, and then they brought out the diffuser, and that's how I ended up with a 3rd bag.
I think I'm back.
Yay!
That's
Am I
better.
back? Is this good?
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself. Go for it, girl.
Okay. I live in the boonies, so sometimes our Wi-Fi is awful. So now I'm just gonna stream off data. So this should work. Okay. So I've been with SCENTSY for 11 years. I'm from Canada, and I have earned annual sales for 4 years now. Pre-pandemic, I did a lot of home parties and events, but when the world went to crap, I had to figure out what I was gonna do and figure it out real fast because everything was just changing. And I kind of came up with this basket/bag party. I knew I needed to keep it really simple because everybody was just, there's so much going on that simplicity, the core of SCENTSY, needed to come loud and proud. And actually, my bag party is something I have really leaned and relied on since then because I have 2 really young kids. We're in a million activities. My husband and I own a plumbing and heating company here in our city. He is to a point where he's not always home by 4, 5, 6. Sometimes he's not home till 10, and I can't have a home party on the schedule and nowhere for the kids to go. So in this season, I had to kind of break down what I was going to do with my business. And instead of using the excuse, I have no childcare, I can't rely on it, I'm busy, I really had to strip it down, ditch the excuses, and find something that worked for me. So this is how I do my bag basket parties. It's so simple, you guys are going to die. Okay. Your tester bag that everybody wants, this is it. This is my basket party. Now, I do advertise for basket bag parties. But sometimes people hear the word party and they're checked out. They don't want to hear it. They just want to smell the testers. So regardless of if they want to have a party or not, they're getting it. They're getting the party. And they can choose to do what they will with it. So if Jacqueline came to me and said, "Hey, do you have any scents? I'd love to see your fall winter scents." I say, "Yep, I'll drop them off on your step tomorrow." And this is what I drop off. As you can see right away, that word free, right away. It's right there. It's gonna grab attention. So when they go in and open my testers, the first thing on top is this postcard that says, "This is all you need to host your own party and earn SCENTSY for free. Take this bag around with you for the week. Let friends, family, and coworkers smell them, collect their orders, and return to me to shop your wish list with host rewards." That's it. On the back, I have a little bit more information. It says, "Please include full information on the order forms, name, address, phone number, email." As consultants, we know that that's important for us to have. It also says if you're local, orders will go to our host for pickup. If you require shipping, we offer a flat rate shipping. If you'd like to pay with credit card, fill out your information on the form or reach out to me personally. And then it says host, snap a photo when you get an order. I'll confirm a total for your guests and update you on your host awards. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy sniffing, Becky Tamman. That's the first thing they're going to pick up. The next thing they're going to find is this stack. There's a single catalog on top, as well as a host and join brochure. Pretty simple. There's also a stack of order forms and a whole bunch more catalogs. Yes, I will upload this postcard. It's just a Canva format, so you guys can do whatever you will with it. Now, obviously, the rest is just, hold on. Am I back? The rest is just my, I don't want to spill them. It's just my testers. That's it. So they have two options. They can smell the testers and put an order in with me, or they can shop for free. And it's so non-committal. It's so simple. And very rarely will they say no to this. I haven't pushed anything on them. I haven't pressured them in any way. And so often, Jacqueline told me this once, that my bag of testers was my employee. And I wouldn't just have my employees sitting on a shelf not working for me. They need to be working. And so my employees, this is a way I get them constantly working. And really, I'm getting parties without asking for parties. Their friends also love this setup and oftentimes will come and say, "That was super easy. I would love to take the bag around to hockey or dance or anywhere too." So a lot of times I just do a shout out on my social media saying, "Is anybody interested in smelling my testers? They're available for the next few days." And people will say, "Sure, I'd love to smell the testers," without really knowing what's coming, which instantly turns into a party. So that is my absolute simplest form of doing a bag party, getting the parties without even really having to ask for them. And it's so low pressure. People love it so much. I'm just going to check the comments. I have to look sideways because I'm on my phone. Do you do contracts for your bag parties? Okay, and is there any more?
Do you provide the full set or just the transition testers?
Okay.
Another
So I
question.
provide.
Oh. We lost her. Becky, are you there? There she is. She's back.
I'm so sorry, you guys. My internet is so awful. I do provide the full set of testers, and I typically have about 2 sets per season. I do not require a contract for my testers. It is a business supply. It's a tool that I use for my business. I don't have products in them. I've never gotten stung with anybody disrespecting my testers or losing them, but no, I do not have a contract. Is there any other questions that I missed? Yes, I will share the postcard on the Mindset Monday page, and feel free to do whatever you will with it. It is in Canadian pricing, so you might have to tweak it. I do, so it says right on here, if you're local, the orders will go to our host for pickup. And if you require shipping, we offer flat rate shipping to your door. There is both options. On my order forms, I have a QR code if they want to go on and see it digitally as well. Somebody just asked a question. Did I miss it?
How many parties a month do you get like this?
So
Let's see.
I typically try to always have my testers in rotation. I typically have 2 sets right now. I have 3 for this last season. Oh, sorry. I have 3 for the coming season. I find it's more beneficial to me to have an extra one for fall winter. I just find that the sales are a little bit higher in fall winter for me and my customers. Summer, I typically stay around 2 sets of testers, but I let them keep them kind of as long as they need. I try and stick to the 1 week mark. They're not doing anything if they're holding on to them for weeks and weeks. So I try to stick to a week, once a week. So however many testers you have, if you can get them into rotation, that's how many parties you can be having a month.
Can I just add a comment, Becky? When I do bag parties like that too, another suggestion I have is that sometimes I'll offer, if you've got somebody that you think might enjoy doing the same thing, will you pass the basket to them? And then I gift them something, something that they wanted that they weren't able to get at half price or something. I use one of my half prices for my perpetual award, so that the basket just keeps going. Instead of me trying to find the next person, do you know if there's anybody that might want to do the same thing you just did and take it to the office for a week? Just ask.
Love that. I don't have a coach coaching that I specifically follow with this program. It's so casual. I try and just keep it really casual. My customers love that. They seem to I don't want to say fall into the trap. That's not what it is, but it's just such a simple way of getting them to host a party without them even realizing it. So I try and keep it simple, and I don't get into a ton of host coaching. That being said, there are the personalities that are going to come to you and ask questions and seek advice. And in that sense, I would offer more host coaching. But traditionally, they take the bag and I see it a week later with a whole bunch of orders in it.
I don't
Whereas
usually
the-
do host coaching with mine either. I don't make it that disciplined. I mean, if they ask me for some guidelines or some suggestions, but I don't make it that rigid, because then you're going to scare them and they're going to say, oh, never mind, this is too much work, I don't want to do this.
Totally, exactly. Somebody also asked if I ship my bag out. I don't. Shipping in Canada is horrendous. A single catalog costs me $4 minimum to ship a single catalog. So I can't imagine shipping my testers, but it could be an option. If I did that, I'm going to show you this quickly. I would probably do more of this style. This is I'll open it with one hand because I'm holding my phone, you guys, because I'm a train wreck. See, if I can do SCENTSY, anybody can do SCENTSY. Just gonna use my teeth for a second. I'm sure Patty's loving this. She knows I'm a train wreck and she loves me for it. So
Um,
inside of my,
I've been the train wreck and you've saved my ass several times, so no.
got you. Inside of here, I just have scratch and sniff stickers. So if somebody was adamant that they needed a party shift, I'd probably just rely on my sticker sheets, to be honest with you. Borrow bag instead of, see, there's so many different ways you can call us. Borrow bag, bag party, basket party. Don't get tied up in the details because it just complicates things. Keep it simple. Does anybody have any questions for me or for Denise?
I wanted to go
Tiffany,
back to that one
anything?
question that somebody asked about, at my last chance, first glance, do I sell things at a discount? The last chance things, yes, I do. I would never discount the first glance things because that's what's coming out. I usually do it the last weekend of August or the first weekend of September, and I do send stuff at a discount of what's going out. Something else that I've done real quick at that party is I have people trade in their old warmers, because I have a lot of customers over 12 years. Bring in your old warmers and trade for a new warmer. And what I do basically is if you bring your old warmer in, it doesn't have to be in the box. It just has to be working. It doesn't even have to be clean. I'll clean it. They bring it in, and if they have bring in a plug-in, I'll give them $5 off a new order, a new warmer or plug-in, and $10 off a new warmer. And then you say, oh, what do you do with all those? Well, then I put those on a separate table and people buy them for $5 and $10. So I'm not losing anything, you know, sorry, my husband's in the background. Sorry if you can hear him. Yeah, so I do that, and my customers ask me, when are we trading in? When are we trading in? When are we trading in? They love it. And it always works out. I have enough trading in. They get to buy them, and then whatever they buy those for, I take that money and I put it towards the order. So, and there's only so many warmers. I mean, people sometimes are just saying, I got too many warmers and I love the new stuff, but I really can't get another one. Oh, okay, well, just bring me your old one and get $10 off. Now it has to work. I'm not going through all that. It has to, I do encrust and they'll take it. That's real successful. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that this year though.
Okay, I'll take this question. How often do I check in with my bag party hosts? So when I offer my bag of testers, standard time frame is about 2 days. I'll leave them with them for overnight or for a day or two to sniff. At that point, I reach out and say, let me know if you're finished with your testers or if you need a few more days with it, if you would like to try and get some more orders. At that point, by a day or two in, I know if they're going to go for the party option. And then I've asked them to be texting me the order forms as they go, so I can keep up with their host total as well as getting these people their payment totals as well. So I can kind of get those payments out of the way before the host puts their final order in, so I'm not losing out on products. Okay. If anybody has any more questions, Jacqueline, do you see anything that I missed?
I don't think so, but my sweet mother-in-law called during when you were talking, so I didn't catch all of it. I don't have to rewatch everything that you said because I love back parties. Back parties has been something I have home parties booked right now, but back parties is something during COVID that I really amped up. And I don't know if you said this, I'm sure you did. But I always set a goal with whoever has my bag, and I always set a time frame. I don't let anyone take my bag for longer than a week. I'm sure Becky touched on that. And I always set a goal, you know, hey, you need at least 200, but if you can get to 500, I'll throw in an extra half price item, you know, and they get one anyways with their perpetual reward. But you know, that's just something I do. Another thing I do is I might even say, hey, if you get another coworker to take this bag party off your hands after you do, if they get a qualifying party, then you'll get a free mini warmer when they do. And so sometimes they'll be your best advocate for getting another bag party. So those are just a couple things that I do just to keep, I call my bag parties my employees. You may have said that too. And I want my employees always working for me. So I want them out working all the time. I don't want my employees not doing anything in my office. And the last thing I'll share, which again, Becky, I'm sorry if I'm double saying, you don't need a complete set to do a bag party. In fact, I highly recommend you not use a complete set. I'll break one full tester set into about 3 bag parties. The reason is no one is going to smell all 80 cents anyways, right? A lot of people, for me personally, they'll smell a couple cents and order whatever they can, or they'll order what they know they like. And so if you're someone that your money's tight, you can't afford all these sets, break one complete set up into 2 bag parties or 3 bag parties, and then make sure you mix it up. Don't put all the bakery in one, right? Like mix up to where each one of them have some bakery, each one of them have some pumpkin, that kind of thing. But just like Denise said at a party, you don't have to have everything there to sell, right? When I first did my first home party, I had, gosh, I want to say I had a few items and I had barely anything, and they didn't care. In my last home party I did, um, I didn't even have, like, I showed up and I forgot my mini diffuser for the car. I forgot a big diffuser. I forgot a tub of water. I mean, I forgot random crap. But guess what? They didn't care. Like 3 of them loved the whiffs. I didn't even have the whiffs there to show. I talked about it and they all bought. So you don't have to have everything there for them to buy. Now it does help. But keep it simple. Don't not do a party because you don't have one of everything. You don't need to do that. Like I said, I missed probably 5 items the last party and they could have cared less. I will say if money's tight, at least have 5 of your favorite things at a home party. Bring the 5 top favorite things, because whatever you love, you're going to be really passionate about. And then with the bag party, I think that basic bag party is the host sharing and you're not invited. Exactly, Patty. Perfect. Bag party is the host sharing and you're not invited. That's so great. And that's why it's so great when you do bag parties to set goals with the host and not just let them flounder around, right? So if you can set a goal, hey, get to here, you get this. Get to here, you get this on top of your host rewards. And you don't have to throw anything on top, but I think that if you do throw a little perk, like even a free scent circle, if you get to 500, in their mind, they're going to do whatever they can to get to 500 because they want an extra freebie. So that's why it's really important. But I think that's it. Amy, do you have anything to add?
No. Well, Erin just said that Emily's on, and I have seen Emily's idea, but since we're kind of over, we are going to be talking more specifically about some more party stuff next month. So we might save it and have Emily, if you hear this, be prepared. We might have you share then, because it's a really great idea. Unless you want to do it now. What do you think, Jack?
I mean, whichever. If people need to go off, they can. We're going to record, but whichever. Because Emily text, she's talking next month, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I thought you said she was. Whichever.
Yeah, can I answer just 2 quick questions that
Yeah, go for it.
do I bring food and drinks? No, I don't, but I'll give you an option for somebody that maybe just says, you know what, I'll have this at my house and I'll set up and I'll clean my house, but I really can't afford the food and the drink. Okay, make it everybody bring a bottle of wine or their desired drink and a snack, and they're invited and they bring, and then they're invested in it because they're bringing something. And then the hostess is not out for buying food or drinks. So that is definitely an option. And also, and I've done it and people like to bring snacks. And guess what? When people bring something, they're more invested into the party. Also, somebody asked about games. Like I said, I don't fill them with a lot of games because what's your tradition? Everybody goes to a home party or a bridal shower or a baby shower and plays games and they hate it. So I do the catalog game, which Jack already said she would pass it. That's who I learned it from. It's hers and it's a great game and it gets everybody really engaged. That's really the only game, but it looks like Emily has a big time bingo game, which I can't wait to hear about.
I feel bad putting her on the spot, but yes, Emily, if you want to come on.
Come on, Emily.
And like I said, if you have to get off because we're going over, it's not rude. Feel free to. This will be recorded. So just know about, 43 minutes in, you need to fast forward to that spot to listen.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys? I'm kind of all nervous right now. So, but I'm really excited to, I guess, talk to you guys real quick. Thank you, Erin. Yeah. So I started doing for my host, I do a lot of Facebook parties. So for my host, I started doing a bingo board for them to kind of try and complete while the party is going on Facebook. So kind of gives them an opportunity to post or try to talk to people that are in the party. And the first time I ever did it, I recruited somebody off of it, and I was not expecting that to actually work. So it does help, like I said, because it'll give them like, post your favorite cleaning product, or, post a picture of a warmer that you love at your house, and sometimes obviously people don't have Scentsy in their house, right? But and then, if their party gets to $200, they get to mark that off the bingo card. So it's just like a little Canva template. And then if they get like a bingo, like, a row of all of them crossed off, or if they black out the whole card, I give them a prize for going ahead and completing. So, and it can be anything you want. Obviously, it's a Canva link, so whatever fits into how you want to do it. Give them a wax bar if they get a bingo, or scent circle, or whatever fits into your budget. So, honestly, I can't remember what is on mine right now. I know there's a wax bar if they get a bingo, and if it's a blackout, I'm pretty sure it's like a mini warmer or something like that. But it just gives them something extra to work towards, and I just use whatever I have in stock. But yeah, I will gladly share the Canva template with you guys and try it with your host. It might help with the interaction or them actually getting into the party on Facebook, because we all know they can kind of really suck. So we definitely don't want to, be a dud. And if you can try and help it, I figured it was worth a shot. And I got it from somebody else. I can't even tell who it was. But I'm very thankful for it, and I kind of have updated it as I've gone along. So yeah, I'll definitely share it on the page. That's no problem.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And you may not be able to, because we made that page to where it isn't like a team page where people can just share. So send it to Amy.
Okay.
Well, and Amy will post and tag you, and that way people have questions or whatever. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. You are so
You're
awesome to
welcome.
share that.
No problem.
I appreciate you. This has been awesome. Let me make sure there's not any other questions. All right. I think anybody have any last minute questions? I know we're over. This is a lot of information. This is one of those trainings you may want to watch back again. So I'm going to get the YouTube recorded link up after this as quickly as I can. It takes a little bit to process, but that way you can rewatch it. I need to rewatch Becky's section too, because I'm always looking for ways to update and make my bag parties better. So, and you're
Hey,
never,
Jacqueline.
yes. Tiffany.
Sorry, that numbers game that I shared with you when we were on the phone that day, I will get it reprinted and I'll send it to you so you can upload it on there too.
Yes, that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
it's fun. Everybody really likes that, and it's really competitive, and fast paced.
Yeah. And then you can teach the people who are really participating and into it. You're like, oh my gosh, they need to join because they're competitive and they want all the things, right? Awesome.
Can I
Yeah.
add one more thing?
Yeah.
I thought of, these are a lot of great ideas, but if you don't have parties booked, what's the point? You have all these great ideas, all these notes, and we can plan and have a whole script and have our bags packed. But if we don't talk to people, then we don't actually get to do it, and we're not getting that commission. So I think, Jacqueline, you said you're posting like ideas for verbiage.
Yep.
And I don't know if you said this, if I missed it, but like I challenge you guys to sit down for like 20 minutes tomorrow. Just 20 minutes and message people. Go back and look through former hosts. Go back and look through some of your best customers. Ask everybody if they want to have a party, because you never know who's going to say yes, or not have a party, but to borrow the testers, or however you want to word it. But you have to ask. And I'm
Yep.
talking to myself too. So
Yep. So I'm going to post, I got that call in between when I was about to post. So I'm going to post verbiage for you guys to ask for bag parties and home parties. So look for that in here in about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to post the catalog walkthrough game. And then Tiffany's going to get me the points poem game, or the points game whenever she gets that done. And then I will post the recording. So hang tight. It'll all be there this evening. And then tag your people if you think that, it would be helpful if they have parties coming up to, hey, watch this. Here's the YouTube. I know you have a party coming up. Or if you have a new recruit that's, kind of hesitant because she's never done a party and you're not close to help her, then tag her or send her, use this video tonight as kind of a resource to help new people or new recruits do parties as well. So, We appreciate you all getting on tonight and staying with us. We still have almost 50 people, which is pretty darn awesome. So do you want to say next week we're talking all about sponsoring, and we're going to have a couple rock stars on. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. These rock stars are recruiting so many people. Every time I check my email, it's like, oh my gosh, she recruited another one. Oh my gosh, she recruited another one. So I'm excited. I've talked to them briefly about what they're doing, and they're doing really, really, really incredible things. So please, please, please get on next Monday to hear all the scoop on how you can get a bunch of people on your team, because it's going to be a really fruitful call. I'm excited for it. So thank you for getting on tonight. Thank you for investing in your business and starting your Monday off with us. I always love seeing your faces. I know Amy does too. Denise and Becky, you guys are rock stars, and you guys proved tonight why you earn annual sales and why you guys earn trips and why you're just incredible. So thank you for sharing tonight. We love you guys. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and we will see you here next Monday. Bye, everyone.